are live. Maybe. Let's see here. All right. Looks like that's running. It looks like that's running. All right. Can we hear me? I don't know. I think we are up and live. Having some difficulties, connections and junk like that. But here we are. I believe we are ready to do this. Go ahead and say something in the comments. Scroll down to the bottom. Say hiya, hello, how are you? I will do the same. Hiya. All right, so here we are. It's Wednesday night. I have not been home on a Wednesday night like this for, let's see now, probably about 6 years. And where have I been? I've been out at the VA hospital doing my effort with Project Healing Waters. Started off way back when as just a participant, and now I am our local program lead. So anyways, with all this social distancing happening, you know, we can't meet out at the VA hospital. So here we are. We're going to start doing these live streams. Mark your calendar. I'm going to plan on doing this every week until I can get back in with my regular program. Hey, Ken. Good afternoon. Good morning. Konnichiwa. Let's do this. So anyways, I'm hoping this is, you know, specifically, at least this first couple of flies, this is specifically for my my friends out at my Project Healing Waters program. All my other veterans will put up a little sticker for a moment. Make sure we can see that. There we go. Yeah, Project Healing Waters, healing those who serve. Every week we meet, and yeah, I'm just going to cut right to it. So hey guys and gals, thanks for tuning in, thanks for joining me. Invite everybody to hop in and participate as much as you want or care to via the chat. So welcome everybody. Alright, so this is our blockhead popper. Every week when we leave, we always discuss what what are we gonna tie next week? And this was on deck, was the block-headed popper. Now this particular pattern exactly, no, who knows. But let's go ahead and do one. For our hook, I'm using a Daiichi. This is a 2720 specialty hook, 1/0. And this is a wide gap stinger hook. I like these. They're pretty good for poppers. So let's go ahead and get that in the vise. Alright, so our blockhead body, we're going to get that pulled out. And there's a couple of different ways you could tie this. This is, we'll get some measurements on it. For those of you who are just joining us, we're messing around with some poppers. So, I don't know, about 12 millimeters. And that's pretty good. But anyways, what we want to do, what I like to do when I tie these in, is I like to start with my body on the bare hook, just kind of as a placeholder. And when I start my thread, I'm going to start my thread directly behind. I'm going to wrap towards the bend. Alright, and I can remove the body to just get it out of the way. So now I have this whole empty space from there all the way up to the eye of the hook, and that's going to be my spot that's reserved for the body. That way we don't get any material choked up into that section. How's my audio coming through there, guys and gals? Too loud, too soft? How am I coming through? Over. Looks like we have 6 people watching, 6 viewers currently. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I really like doing these live streams. Like I said, it's my first time being home in a while on a Wednesday night, so kind of different. I got this last little bit of a bucktail here. It's all broken and folded together, and let's go ahead and just trim off a little piece. And this is going to be our tail. I want a nice long tail on here, so let's go ahead and trim that off. And you can tie this any different way you want. You know, for this first one, or these first few, we're going to just go ahead and stick with bucktail. Another option would be to use some hackle. Alright, so we're going to clean this out. And we're going to use our little brush. So go ahead and give that a couple of pulls. And, you know, I'm really not going to bother stacking this. I might want to do that. We'll run it through the hair stacker. So, being a larger bucktail, you know, you don't want to try to jam this much bucktail into a small little stacker. So, we're gonna step it up a notch. Here we go. And this will tidy up the ends a little bit. Tips down. Yeah, it did a little bit. Not too much, but... Alright, so there's one hook's length. And... yeah, a little bit more than a hook's length. That's going to be our overall length. And... I'm going to take this all the way to the back end, right about there. Alright, I'm going to give this a nice little angled cut. What I want to make sure is I don't go past this forward point. And that'll be alright. Build a little bit of a ramp down off of that. Alright, we'll take our thread back and we'll do a couple of wraps behind. That'll help keep that tail propped up. Alright, there we have it. Let's go ahead and add a couple of bits of Krystal flash. Here we have it, some red Krystal flash. Alright, we'll do some multiplication by division. We'll take our 2 pieces, we're going to fold that into itself halfway once, trim those loops, and look at that, now we have 4 pieces. Alright, let's tie this right on the near side. I really like the look of the black and red, and the black and the red, oh man, it is hot. Sometimes you like the bright whites, the lights, the yellows, etc., some chartreuse, but sometimes you just need a dark popper. Get the action going. Alrighty. Alright, let's get some hackle on here. I like a little hackle collar. I am just going to grab some just kind of random, you know, with poppers you can't be super duper picky. So I'm going to go with something with some size to it. Maybe off of this one. You know what, that would not be too bad. Let's go with that one. And I'm going to double up. We're going to double up. Get rid of that. And yeah, why not? Maybe something that's just a little bit closer to that shape and size. Here we go. So I'm going to go with 2 big red hackles. What do you know about that? Alright, so this first one, let's go ahead and trim off the fluff. Just get that out of the way. Nice big long hackle. I like it. So let's go ahead and tie this in. And I'm going to tie this in outside out, or inside out. And just a couple of turns to hold that. And we'll do that to our next feather. There we go. And I'm going to tie this inside in. So I got 2 hackle feathers tied in there. Make sure we get that nice and tight and all the way back to our main tying point. Alright, so remember where we stopped our thread earlier? Right there. And notice where the thread's hanging down. We're back a little bit further. So let's go ahead and grab our next little bit. We're going to palmer forward our hackle, and you know what? I'm just going to do them both at the same time. Alright, so officially it's hackle time. Check your watches. It's hackle time. Alright, so let's just do 1 turn at the rear. This is going to be big and fun. I like kind of oversizing these. That's just my personal preference. You know, and like I say when I'm teaching this out at the VA, you know, this is how I tie it. This is how I'm tying it today. We might not tie it this way tomorrow. Alright, we're going to get both those together there. How about that? Look how big and busy that is. That is nice and full. We could have went just a little thicker maybe on the bucktail, but this is going to swim like a champ. Alright. Alright, so now what we do is we spin our thread counterclockwise or anti-clockwise, and we normally do that to flatten our thread. But what we're going to do is we're going to go beyond the flat point, and we're going to overspin. Continue to spin it counterclockwise. Alright, so I'm going to wrap forward in a big open spiral, and because I overspun it, that thread is not flat. In fact, it's roped up and it's bound up and it's tightened up. And as I wrap forward and backwards, it creates a little roughness, a little bit of texture. And by the time I go back and forth once, now when I'm going and laying my thread, it's starting to flatten out. And now we get this nice, soft, flat thread laying on top of that rigid texture. And that's really going to help us hold that body on and in. Alright, let's go ahead and do our whip. 1, 2, tray. There we go, nice and tight. Alright, so there we have it. That is phase 1. That's the fly tying aspect of it. Now we get to play around with glue and other pokey things. So where'd our body go? There's our body. Alright, so we have some options. We're going to do our first one like this. This is our popper with our body oriented like so. Right? And we have the wide end up front, and it tapers and it gets narrow down towards the back. Right? Alright, now if we took this whole thing and we put it on quote unquote, air quote, backwards, now what do we have? Is it backwards? Is it wrong? No, it's just not a popper. Now it's a diver. So we'll probably, I don't know, we'll do that one next. So we're gonna start with just a standard popper, and that's gonna be us. I think that turned out fantastic. Yeah, we could have went a little bushier on that back because we are using a 1/0, and we could have went just a tick more material. All right, moving forward, where are we at? We want to do our legs. We got to get some legs on here. I'm a leg guy. Are you a leg guy? I don't know. I like legs, especially if they're rubber and they're silly and they're on poppers. Now, if our volunteer Claude was teaching this, fly's done. Add some glue, glue the head on, we're done. But I like to go a little bit above and beyond. So that's where I want to stick my legs. I'm going to use my bodkin. I'm going to carefully pierce, making sure I get that straight through. Now what's neat is, see how I open that up and I can see, I'm able to see that on the camera, I can't tell or not. Anyways, I pierce through into that groove just a touch. So when we go to run our legs through, here in just a second, we're going to be able to get a little bit of glue, and that's actually going to hold our legs in. Alright, now we're going to go through with our leg puller. Nice and easy. There we go. Alright, so we'll set that down, get that on standby. And we're going to get our rubber legs. I don't know, 1, 2, 3 rubber legs. We're going to multiply this up and divide it. So 3 legs. These are Fly Tyers Dungeon, but any old rubber legs. I like round rubber legs. I like square flutter legs. I like stuff with barbs and bits and bobs. But who knows? All right, let's go ahead and get our legs in. Give yourself a nice clean cut. And we'll just get that right in the eye of the needle. That works. Pull a little bit. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and just pull this all the way back and through. Sounds like I'm getting a little feedback. Hope everything's still sounding okay. Alright, pull that through and we are good to go. Alright. Let's go ahead and line this up one last time. Alright, maybe you can see it a little bit now. You can see the rubber legs. There we go. I like that. Nice big long legs. That's going to create quite the splash. Might be able to trim these down just a little bit. Let's just make these nice and even. What's nice is you can adjust these legs a little bit. We're going to glue these on here in just a minute. There we go. Now we just got everything nice and even. Alright. Glue. Let's add our glue. Go ahead and add a little bit of gel control glue. I like the gel control. That's just my personal preference. But when we go to glue this on, we're going to go upside down, nice and wide, squish it on there, and rotate and spin. And then we'll get it in position. I like to get it out of the vise for that final squeeze just so I can see and I'm controlling everything. So. And because we got those rubber legs right inside that slit, I'm not going to yank on it too hard yet, but I think that glue's setting up pretty good. Alright, let's get our eyes. Now the eyes I like to use are 7 millimeter, and we like to go. Ideally, we like these hollow eyes, and the reason why we like the hollow eyes is it holds a little air, and we're going to glue our eye on, just a little dab of glue, glue our eye on. We're going to put it on the front bottom corner. And that'll help create a little air pocket and help plane that popper up and out. I was in a little bit of a panic. I couldn't find these exact eyes earlier. I found the smaller ones. I think they're like a 4mm, but I want these nice big 7s with these poppers. Now, that's going to be a shaker, a rattler, and a roller. What do you think? Huh? How's my, this is what we were going to tie today for Project Healing Waters. It's a favorite of ours. Our buddy Dave Coleman. I guess he's technically my assistant program lead, I guess. I don't know. He is one of our main guys at as our volunteers. Help get the program started with a gentleman named Claude. They've done a wonderful job. Taught me virtually everything I know about fly tying and fly fishing. So, I don't know. Let's leave a comment below. Just go ahead and let me know what you think. Thumbs up, thumbs down, please, if you will. Please give this video a thumbs up, a like. I appreciate it. I never monetize. I can't monetize on my videos, and I probably never will. So, you know, I don't do this for the money. This is not for the fame or the glory, because I hate to break it to you folks. There's not much into it. Or not much to get out of it, at least on my level. So, anyways, let's go ahead and tie up another one. Once again, let's see here. Get these hooks out. Use this Daiichi. This is a big ol' hog, big ol' 1/0. Daiichi 27. Let's see if I can't get this a little bit closer. 270 or 2720 1/0. Catch more fish. All right, let's go ahead and find ourselves our body. So this next one, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this as a diver, right? So what this is gonna do in the water is this is going to, when we strip our fly forward, it should take a nosedive down, create a little bit of a suction and a splash and a disturbance. And hopefully with all this extra jazz on there, Fee-Fi-Fo-Fum, Mr. Bass is going to say, look out, here I come. Alright, let's go ahead and start our thread right behind the head of the foam head. Get that out of the way. Alright. So we did one more or less fairly standard. Kinda not much to it as far as straying away from what would be typical, what would be normal. So let's go ahead and do that again. Let's go ahead and get some black bucktail. I think I might just need to get a little bit more. Alright, a little black bucktail, and we'll go ahead and clean that out. Can't over clean that hair. And we'll give that a stack. Oh, it is pretty close, but we'll see if we can't get that a little bit closer. Tap, 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 tap. I guess I could hit the mute button while we do that, but alright. Get our thread. about there, because we're going to do something a little fun with this. Want to keep all our hair back behind our point of no return. I'm going to smush this. I'm going to try to get this all the way around the hook. I don't want it to just sit right on top. I want it to go all the way around. Excellent. You know what? In fact, I'm going to split this. I'm going to split this tail. That feels about even. Let's go ahead. Hold that one off to the side. We're going to cross this way. Couple of wraps. I think that's good, huh? We'll just do a couple of nice wraps just around here. Look at this. Nice little figure 8. I like that. What do you... Wow. Alright, so this is really going to flare out. I like that. A little bit of control. So look at that flare. It's might be hard to see. There we go. So we got quite the flare. A lot of width. What? Hard to hear your voice. Well, I wish somebody would have said that. Okay. Did you turn up your volume? I think my microphone might be dying. All right. So, I've been informed that it's hard to hear me. My wife just scared the crap out of me. Trying to recover here. I mean, according to my system, I mean, I am at full volume. Is it hard to hear me, or can you not hear me at all? I wish I had a better sort on this. All right. Can anybody hear me? Because it looks like I'm getting audio through. But I just can't tell. Alright, I have to figure this out. Because there's really... Oh, I wish I could figure this out, Aaron. You know, this was a lot easier when I could just live stream straight from my phone. So thank you, YouTube. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, thank you, Ken. So I'm going to continue to tie then. I don't really know exactly what's going on, so Now, just because you can hear me doesn't mean I make any sense. So, alright, let's go ahead and get some flash out. Red crystal flash. Yeah, feel free to chat, feel free to say hi. Feel free to ask questions. Alright, let's take our 2 pieces and flip that over once. Now look at that, we have 4. And I went a little bit bigger on that, so I am going to just tie that in full length, right there, just like that. I'm going to tie that on the near side, and you know what? Just because, just speak a little louder. Okay. Alright, hey, well, now we got Frank. Alright, see, now I got people. Now I know we got people watching. Now I know we got people listening. Hey, Frankie, good to see ya. Yeah, it's been pretty crazy with the virus, however everybody's handling it and reacting to it. You know, it was just 7 days ago we were meeting out at the VA. It's kind of interesting on how it all went down. All right, I'm going to tie this in all the way now on either side. All right, so I got a little bit of red flash on the outsides. And this little bit right down the middle. I'll leave that little tag end sticking right out the middle. I don't want to overdo the flash, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, we're getting there, Frank. Let's go ahead and get our hackle. I got some pretty decent red hackle here. Let's go ahead and match these 2 pieces up. I think that'll be alright. That's even 2 right there. Even better. Got 2 hackles. We're going to tie them in one at a time. Alright, let's go ahead and trim off the fluff. And just like that. Alright. Okay. Alrighty. Alright. Cha-ching, cha-ching, our little high and tight. Little notch on either side. Alright. In fact, I need to tie this one in outside, or inside out, or outside in. Let's get our thread back to our tying point. And we'll tie this one right on top of it, so now we can marry those 2 together. Nice and tight. Alright. This is us. Let's go ahead and bring these guys forward. These first couple of wraps, I really got to pull down on this pretty hard, so that's why I'm just grabbing the whole feather and not messing around with hackle pliers too early. I know I can grab these two feathers here in just a minute. There we go. I'll just work all that forward. Look how much fluff and fuzz and body we have there. Here we go. Let's trim off our access, and we'll finish battening down that hatch. Beautiful. Alright, here we go. We're going to spin anti-clockwise or counterclockwise, depending on the region of the world you're from. And we'll go ahead and do an open spiral forward, turn and burn, get back to the rear, and we'll cover it up one last time. Yeah, buddy. I forgot the delayed bell. Haha, it's hackle time. Alright, let's do our whip finish. 1, 2, 3. Nice and tight. Alrighty. So, no kidding, there we were. We're going to do this one as a diver. So we're going to do this one like so. Nice big collar on there. I like those big collars because they push a lot of water and move a lot of stuff. So we're going to do this one just a little bit differently. Even though she scared the bejesus out of me just a minute ago, we still love her. We're going to do this one as a cyclops. I like doing cyclopses because Jess likes doing cyclopses. So eventually I got this different eye. It's a little bit different than our round eye. A little bit wider, and we're going to put that right on top just because. Let's go ahead and prime our... Okay, so before with our popper, we did our legs towards the back, but I want to push our legs a little bit more further forward on our diver. Why? Because why not? Right about there. And it's a lot easier to manage running your bodkin through square when you take it off. Let's get our leg puller in. There we go. Alright, same deal. Let's grab 1, 2, tray. 1, 2, 3. As she goes. Alright. 3 legs will become 4. Or 6. I don't know where I said 4. That makes no sense there. Oops. Run that in through the eye of our leg puller. And just like that. Bam. Alright. We got our legs. And we know when we glue it on, it's going to get glued in. So let's go ahead and just even these out. Just give them a nice even whisker trim. At least we'll just trim off a couple of these longer bits. Here we go. Alright. Let's dab a glue ya. Where did we do with our glue? Alright, super simple. We'll run our bead of glue. Gel control, so we have a few extra moments. Alright, remember we're tying this in as a diver. Let's go upside down and spin it. That helps smear that glue around. And we'll Give that one final squeeze, making sure everything's nice and square and level and even. There we go. Alright. Boy, that looks like a lot of fun. A lot of big whiskers. Looks like a big... I don't know. Call it what you want to call it. Let's go ahead and dab a glue for our eyes, because it needs an eye. We're going to put our eye up top. Our big old Cyclops eye. Boom. So there you have it. There's a Cyclops diver, if I've ever seen one. And that's just because a popper needs a friend. So we got our popper, we got our diver. I like it. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Alright, so let's see where we at. We are at not quite 640. Yeah, because the Frank mentioned, you know, about putting the legs on before, you know, you dink around with the body. If you're holding, I mean, yeah, we got these nice vices and junk like that, but trying to do that beforehand, you know, you're putting lateral tension and sideways force and a lot of monkeying around. So this is it. I like it. Let's go ahead and do another one. We're going to do probably a couple more. As long as we have people watching, we're going to continue to tie. So, who do we have? Let's do some shout outs. We got I know we got Frank watching, we got Ken watching, we got Jessica watching. So, you know, later on these chats, the chat will disappear. So if you want to leave a comment after this video concludes, then, or this live stream concludes, and that will be archived. Love to hear everybody's comments. Love to hear how everybody's doing. Yeah. So, anyways, we'll start it off from the top. Daiichi 2720. And this is a 1/0. 1/0. Pieces, deer hair, bass bugs, divers, frogs, mice. It's a light wire with a straight eye. So, yeah, good hook. And like I said before, this is how I'm tying these today to here tonight. You know, you can always change it up a little bit as you see fit. I have to find my heads. There we go. Let's go ahead and do another head. We don't have to commit quite yet, but I want everybody to think in your own brain. I'll put it out there. Should the next one be a popper or a Cyclops diver? Popper or diver? What do you think? We'll get to it here in a minute. We just got our spacing on there. In fact, let's go ahead and change this up a little bit. Let's find... Yeah, this will work. Might be a little bit too... I'm just digging through. We're gonna get some other hackle on here. We're going to do a different colored hackle tail. Not a different color, but we're going to do a non-bucktail. We're going to do a hackle tail. I'm just looking for some... There it is. I just want some saddle hackle. Kind of the older... Digging through the bags of scraps and this and that. Don't have the... Alright, we're going to just get some of this black saddle hackle. Let's see. Project Healing Waters from Des Moines. Dale Sanders. Good afternoon, Mr. Sanders. And we got, looks like Ellen. Thanks for joining. Alright, that looks a little beat up. That looks just fine. That's right in our bowling alley. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is going to be it. This is an old patch. We're just going to use this whole bag up. Alright. I just have a fistful of feathers here. And to keep it simple, we're going to just start whacking the bottom ends off. Be gone. That's 1. Let's do 2, 3. And this is all just kind of a mishmash hackle. Not the greatest of quality, but that's kind of what I'm going after here. I'm just, this was a strung saddle hackle, and I'm just trimming off all the fluff, trimming off all the downs on these. And we're going to tie them in. There's a big bunch here in just a second. Alright, so I set them all down more or less in a evenish pile. And what I'm going to do before I tie those in, you could sit there and you could monkey around trying to place things exactly, one this way, one that way, but we're gonna go with a little bit of randomness. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna twist, pinch and twist, until I kind of get a shape. It's hard to randomize anything, but pinch and twist until I get a shape that I like. And this is what I'm looking at. Oh, that looks pretty good. I like kind of the flared out look. So nice big proud tail. Let's set that right on the back side. Pinching down, I'm going to strip some of this meat away. That's just kind of unnecessary. Get a bite. There we go. I like that. And let's go ahead and trim some of this back and down now. We know we're not going to need this. Excellent. So now we got our hackle tail. So the first 2 poppers and the first Cyclops diver we did with bucktail for our tail. Imagination is your only limitations. Greetings from Hildenberg, Germany. Now, what is the name of the big forest? Because I noticed you, Andreas, left a comment on a prior video and mentioned where you were from. And I looked it up on the Google Maps, and it was pretty cool. Looks like there's a big, huge forest, or a national... Is that the Black Forest, I'm guessing? I'm not sure. But anyways, let's go ahead and grab some flash. 1, 2, 3. I don't like to overflash it. I think this is going to be it. Yeah. Let's just go ahead and do a couple of wraps on the near side. And then we'll fold that over and we'll tie that in on the far side. I like that. Just a little subtle hint of flash. All right, where are we at? Oh yeah, we're gonna do some red hackle now. All right, we're getting a little bit lean on our hackle now, our hackle choices. But this is us. Let's do this one. And let's do this one. I really like a lot of hackle in that collar. It's the old and old. Excellent. Here we go. All right, let's put our hackle together. Oh no, look at that. At least we found out soon. Which one was it? It was this one. Alright, as we're going to untie. We have a little feather breakage issue. Shorten our thread back up. Felt it snap. So we're going to just get a different one. You know what? Yeah. Here we go. Snip and the snip. Alright, we'll try that again. Second verse, same as the first. Don't want to bring our... Oh, buddy. Come on. Come on, Flash. Come on, Krystal Flash. You stay back there. Y'all help. Alright, there we go. We'll just space that out as we wrap that forward. Nice. And full. Where'd my hackle pliers go? You know why it's not working? Because we did not check our watches and synchronize them, for it is hackle time. Oh, we lost one. That's alright. I'll grab it here in a second. Poke. I like hackle. What you heck with all your hackle? Why, golly. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. And like I said, guys and gals, this is how I'm tying them. You know, tie your poppers your way, or you tie it my way. Because it's not, I repeat, it's never my way or the highway. Alright. We're going to tighten up our thread by spinning it anti-clockwise past above and beyond the flat out point. Alright, let's go ahead, run that forward in a big open spiral. We'll take that back. And one last time up front. Beautiful. Let's do a whip finish. There we go. Yeah, buddy. Alright, so what do we say? We're going to do a popper or diver. Popper or diver. I'm thinking popper. But you know what I'm also thinking? I'm thinking about... thinking about something. I'm thinking about something. My brain is I was hoping. Oh well. You can only do an idea if you got the bits and parts and bits and bobs for it. Alright, let's go ahead and, I don't know. Let's go ahead and do a, we'll do a popper. Because I definitely go through and do a lot more poppers than I do divers. Put my legs right back there. And I just stick it in there just to get the initial stick stack stuck. Bump that down just a little bit. Make sure I get that ran through there nice and square. And towards the rear. Because I'm going to do my eyes. It's our pre-drill. Or a pre-poke. Not really drilling. Pilot hole. Alright, next we'll push that through oh so carefully. There we go. Look at that. Stand by, red leader. Stand by. Alright, I like these black and red configuration. What do you guys think of the black and red? I think it will be very effective. So the first couple we tied with bucktail for the tail, and this one we're tying with a hackle tail. And we're going to do a little side by side. Side by side, see what should they like. Here we go. Boom. All right. Look at those legs. And we see a little bit of... If you open it up and you see your legs, and you know when you squish down on it all the way, we will end up with a good amount of glue. Hold all that junk together. I've never had legs just fall out, not when they're ran clear through. You know, and I think if that's kind of the situation you find yourself in, if your legs and material and stuff are all just flying off, then you might want to just tune it back a little bit. Alright, open that up, upside down, come up from the bottom, and spin, and spin. Get that lined up where we want it. And one final squeeze. Really compress down on there, and yeah, make sure everything's nice and square. Alright, so we gave that a little squeeze. And we'll get that back in place. Nice. Alright, continuing on. Let's do our eyes. A little dab of glue. And the eyes I'm using are... There's no sticker on the backs. These are just craft GoOgly doll eyes. And they're 7 millimeters. Put it on the frontmost bottom corner. I like these because they are hollow. They do have a little bit of a rattle to them. I don't know if the fish can hear it rattle. I don't know, but it is what it is. It's a beautiful thing. Another little dab of glue. And by putting the eyes towards the bottom, it helps with the air in there. Helps keep that all afloat and planed out up top. Looks like we have just a little bit of glue. There we go. Pop, pop, pop-a-roo. Those legs ain't going nowhere. We did want to shorten these up just a little bit. Forgot to do that earlier. Just even them up a little bit. They can be a little off. Ain't gonna be the end of the world. So, what do we think, huh? We got, its friend right there. Here we have that's kind of a weak. I kind of like the hackle. Got the hackle, and then we got the bucktail. What do you think? Bucktail tail or hackle tail? Let's see here. How would that work down in Des Moines, huh? Pretty big for sunnies or some smaller panfish, but I think it'll fish just absolutely swell. Hurt near anywhere. Legs might get caught, might have to fight with that, but you can always trim those down and back a little bit later. Not going to lose any sweat on that. Alright, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do another one. Yeah, I really like the black and white. I have a lot of light colored. I have a lot of green, a lot of white. I really don't have much as far as a darker poppers. I don't have too many black ones tied up in my box ready to go. So that's what this is going to be. This is going to be my go box. These are going to go in the go box. What do you know? All right, let's do another one. We'll do another one with another hackle tail. Bucktail better to cast. Yeah, I think the bucktail. I think it floats a little bit better. I think it's gonna splay out, keep its form in displace, and move the water around a little bit better. I agree. I think personally, my personal favorite's the bucktail. I do like the look of the hackle. But ooh, let's do this one. This next one, we're gonna do both bucktail and a hackle. What? Can we do that? Well, of course we can. Imagination is our only limitation. Alright, here we go. We'll start our thread behind the head, and that creates our point of no return. All of our back end body work, we're going to stick it to it right there at that point and beyond. Alright, we're going to do a hybrid. Let's do our black bucktail. And where'd my scissors go? Alright, let's go ahead and clean that off. We're going to reach down. We're going to grab some red bucktail. We're going to do some black and red bucktail. Oh, I was going to do a hybrid, but psych, just kidding. Alright, that looks good. And I don't have to go far for some red bucktail. We're going to just grab a want to go too bananas with it. We do want to clean it out. Alright, I'm just going to set that right on there. Ooh, what do you think of that? I like it. I'll trim that down. And again, we're not past that point of no return. I got a couple little frizzle frazzles, but I'm not going to lose any sleep over that. Here we go. A little black and red action. Krystal Flash. Gotta have some Krystal Flash. Oh, there we go. Straight out of the bag. We're definitely getting longer with our material hanging off the back end. I don't know. It's about a hook and a half. Thereabouts. Oops, get over there, you. A little bit on the near side, a little bit on the far side. This all good. This all good. That piece. Get back there. Alright, back up top. Yeah, alrighty. We're gonna do our hackle for our runner up front. And we're gonna go do-si-do. Can it be contained? No, it cannot. Let's do that one, and I know that one. Alright, same as before. I'm going to do a little bit of hackle for our kind of collar. Let's go ahead and get this one tied in. Just a couple of wraps just to help hold it while I get the black bucktail, not bucktail, hackle. Alright, give that a little high and tight on either side. We'll tie this in. Excellent. Alright. Synchronize your watches, ladies and gentlemen, because you know what time it is. It's hackle time, of course. Yeah, buddy. Little red and little black. Now, if we're using a smaller hook, pay attention now. You're going to want to scale all this down. If you're using a single hook, you're probably not going to want two different hackles tied in there. Probably going to want to just keep it simple with one. Alright. But I do like that look. Let's go ahead and secure that. And we'll tie this down. Let's go ahead, rope up our thread by spinning it counterclockwise, anti-clockwise, whatever you want to call it, eyes. Spin it that way. Alright, big open spiral forward. And we'll open spiral to the rear. And one more time up front. Shazam. Alright, let's do our whip finish. 1, 2, 3. Nice and tight, nice and tight. Beautiful. Oh, that is nice. Nice, nice, nice. Let's just tease that all out. Alright, let's do this. We're going to do another diver. We're going to do this as a diver. And this one, I'm going to push the legs right about there. Alright, we'll do our pilot hole with our bodkin. Making sure it's relatively nice and square and level and such. Let's go ahead and remove our bodkin and swap that out for our leg puller. Nice and easy. Poke that through. Alright, rubber legs. 1, 2, 3. 3 will get you 6. Just like that. We'll multiply by dividing. Flip that over. There you got it. Now we got our 6. The ridiculous 6. The old 6 legs. Right. Nice and easy through that needle. And sometimes it helps if they're not all perfectly aligned. Okay, let's go ahead and slide that through. Bam, ba-bam, bam. I like it. Make sure those are nice and even. I think that'll work. Beautiful. Alright, let's go ahead and glue this on. What do you say? Oh yeah, bleeding aminals. Pike, pike, pike. There we go. I'd love to get out to Germany and fish for some pike out there. That'd be fun. I would just love to be out of the house right now, really. Let alone travel abroad and just go fishing. Here we go. Make sure it's nice and even. We'll dismount it and give it a squeeze. Nice and tight. Yep. I like adding red to a lot of flies. I think if it's applicable, add red. If you can get away with it, add red. This is a lot of red. And we're going to go with our Cyclops eye, which is a little bit differently shaped. But still, nonetheless, give it a little dab of personality. And a little bit of a eye up top. Here we go. It's kind of like a Sneaky Pete, but just a basic diver. Oh, let's see here. We got time for 1 or 2 more. What do we think? Popper, popper, popper. Diver, diver. Mr. MacGyver. Let's see, we got 7 people tuned in, which is pretty good. Yeah, we said till 8 o'clock, so we're gonna keep on trucking. We're gonna do one more. We're not gonna go all the way till 8 o'clock. We're gonna do one more diver though. I think so. I think that'd be fair. One more, right? That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll be 6. That'll be 3 poppers and three divers. For a total of 6 flies. But yeah, this is a special broadcast. I've never been available at this time of day on a Wednesday to do this, on account of being at my local project, Healing Waters, basically doing the same thing. Let's go ahead and measure this out. I'm using a 1/0 hook. Nice big old humdinger. And let's do our thread. I mean, it's not about how fast you can tie your flies or anything like that. It's about having fun, getting together. You know, it's been tough. Personally, it's been tough the last week. I've had to make pretty big decisions, make some calls regarding coronavirus, hibbity jibbity. It's been tough. It's, you know, when you have to cancel stuff and put life on hold, it you know, it's like nobody's gone through this or done this. It's never happened before, at least not in my lifetime. Alright, let's go ahead and take our red bucktail. Ooh, we're going to do this one inverse from that last one. So we're going to do our red first, and then we're going to put a black bucktail on top of it. Clear that all out. Use your brush if you want. I'm not going to bother stacking. This is close enough. Tie this in. And we're going to put a little bit of black around that. Yeah, I need a different piece. There we go. Perfect. Alright, let's go ahead and clear this out. Get rid of some of those shorties out. Alright, let's make sure we trim this. Trim it at an angle, that way at least you'll get a little bit of a ramp. Here we go. Alrighty then, let's do our dibbery-doo, our flash. Little red crystal flash. Little flash will do ya. 1, 2 tray. Alright, let's go ahead and just tie this in. I like it. Flip it over. And a little trim. There we go. Nice and tight. Alright, I kind of like that little 50-50 with the black and the red. What do you guys think? Black and red hackle again? I think so. Let's get two about the similar size and shape. There we go. Two quick little soft wraps to tack it in. Let's get the red out. I think that'll do us. Yeah, buddy. Alright, after those first couple of wraps, we're going to pinch down. We're actually going to grab those. First few wraps we're able to get away without the hackle pliers because A, it's at full length, but we're also applying so much tension at the beginning just to get the hackle to fold over. It all worked out though. Alright, I need to relax my shoulders and just take a breath real quick. Take a quick pause for the cause. I'm all out of coffee. The coffee run drieth. Alrighty, let's trim that off. A couple more turns. Alright, let's flatten our thread out. And then we'll keep going past that. We're going to rope it up. Rope it up like a cowboy. Alright. Big open spiral forward. Spiral to the rear. And one more wrap forward. Bada boom, bada bing. Pop goes perfection. Let's do, what do we want to do? We need to do our, let's see, we wanted to do this as a diver. That'd be 3 poppers, 3 divers, so. Let's go ahead and get this situated. Alright, so, as we kind of wrap towards the end here, I will be doing this again next week and the following week probably, until we're given the all clear. until we're given the all clear from the VA and Project Healing Waters, this is going to be the Wednesday night deal. I don't know how long it's going to last. Hopefully this will just be this week and a couple more weeks. But I really want to, make sure my veterans, my fellow veterans, I'll get an opportunity to at least, drop in, say hi. I know some do, some don't have all the tying materials at home. But I don't know. We talked about tying this last week, so this is where we're at. Oh, bumped the camera. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead and grab our legs. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead and fold these over. And we'll trim das loop. Alright, through the eye. Pop that bad boy through. We'll even those out. Here we go. I like it. And we got a little bit poking through. All right, let's go ahead and glue our head on. And get this mesh. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to diver it forward. All the way up. Spin it around. Make sure we got her on nice and square. And we'll give it a squeeze. And squeeze. Alright. So what I do is I take a quick swipe of that glue, and then right underneath, I got a spot underneath my bench. If you weren't looking, you'd think it was all boogers, but it's actually all just swipes of CA glue underneath. It's not an actual table, it's just a little bench that I made here for fly tying, so no risk of getting in trouble. Alright, let's do our last diver eye. And I'm gonna give everybody a few moments here. We're gonna wrap up here after this. Any questions, comments, any suggestions as to what we should tie next week? So if any of my Healing Waters participants or somebody from another region would like to make a recommendation, I'd like to hear about it. So, leave your comments below, and we're going to review everything before we start tying next week. And we're gonna get at her. I like that. Just enough leg. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Cyclops for the win. So, all right. We're gonna wind this down. We did an hour and a half straight. We tied six flies. We did 3 poppers and three divers. I don't know how they do that. They do the little cascade, little popper, hopper, diver, waterfall. There you go. I don't know. All right. Well, we're going to leave it at that, ladies and gentlemen. Participants and non-participants. Project Healing Waters, 501 nonprofit. Check them out. projecthealingwaters.org, DOTORG. Yeah, it's where I got my start. It's a wonderful thing. So yeah. Ooh, articulated streamer. All right. All right. How big do we want to go? Are we talking pike fly big? Big old Buford? I think we could do that. Back camera, so you see your hands working on the material. Okay, yeah, I guess we could zoom out a little bit next time. But yeah, should be a lot of fun. Should be a lot of fun. Leave your comments below, like your comments, concerns, thoughts, opinions. I got my eye on you. That's what the Cyclops says. Got my eye on you. All right. We're going to leave it at that. Until next time, everybody. Happy tying. And tight lines. Peace.